Rise up in the morning beneath the stars so bright. Pull your hat down, make sure your cinch is tight. Horses kinda snuffy, cold chill up your spine. You'll get your ass moving, son, we're burning daylight.
Howdy there, I'm Matt McKinley and we're burning daylight. Welcome to Burning Daylight, the only podcast for the working cowboy. What's up, fellas? What's up, daylight burners? Welcome back to Fence Post Politics. I'm at the moment, I am searching on Google DUI dog. DUI dog. And we all three decided simultaneously, unanimously, that we should lead off with this story, and mostly because it's relevant. It's the state of the world today, and it also happens to come from my home county.
Do tell.
It's a real doozy, and just so you know, like we're going old school. We're bringing up 9news.com. I forget what their call sign is, but this is the local Denver. It might be Pueblo channel, but driver tried to switch places with his dog on DUI stop in Colorado town. Police say.
Please tell me the dog's name's Hank. Please tell me.
I don't know if they can release the name of the dog.
Oh yeah, privacy.
I mean, an 18-year-old dog's an old fucking dog. So, if you got an 18-year-old dog and I see it behind the,
why would you want to throw your dog under the bus like that?
I mean, it's not cool. Maybe the dog was an asshole. We're not like we don't have all the facts yet. So withhold judgment, please. The driver was trying to.
Dog better have bitten his face off.
It was a fucking Chevy.
This is even better than I thought. All right, so the driver was trying to get from Los Animas to Pueblo and went the wrong way, ending up in Springfield, according to the police. Okay.
Isn't that like 4 hours away?
It's Los Animas is about an hour and a half by dirt road, which I'm guessing that's how he went. And yeah, it's a ways, but then let's just I guess let's watch the video. Let's see what they have to say.
There's a fucking
rough night for a driver in a southeastern Colorado town. That's because he tried to switch seats with his dog after being pulled over on suspicion of DUI. Now, it happened in the small town of Springfield. That's in Colorado's southeastern corner. Springfield police say an officer pulled over a driver going 52 and a 30, and then the driver tried to switch seats with his dog. The dog had been in the passenger seat. They said they were trying to get from Los Animas to Pueblo, but got lost. Well, they were because as you can see on the map, Springfield's in the other direction. The town's actually closer to Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, and New Mexico than it is to Pueblo. Police say there were also two sober people in the back seat, one of whom the actual owner of the car. The police chief says he doesn't know why one of them wasn't driving. The driver, who they found in the passenger seat, was booked on several charges, as well as 2 prior warrants coming out of Pueblo. The other 2 passengers then took the car and the dog to Pueblo.
You're worried about the dog. I'm always worried about.
Holy fuck. Who were your 2 sober friends in the back there, Matt?
I'm not at liberty to name names at this point.
I'm guessing Brad.
Brad and Tate?
Yep.
And tater salad. Tater salad's talking about back when we won state. We played 8-man football, so we didn't run a 4-3, but we ran the 3-3 monster, and I was the monster.
Remember that time we thought it'd be funny? I wasn't drinking beer because it was sober November, Matt got in the front seat. We got pulled over. He's like, "Hey, good idea. Let's put Hank in the fucking seat."
And by November, I mean May. Sober May. It's a thing. It's a thing. All the kids are doing it.
All of them. Fucking all of them.
A 28-year-old driver found himself in the doghouse after he attempted to switch
Nice.
New York Post fucking dig right there.
Good work, Jennifer Campbell Hicks, author for 9 News. Yeah. Found himself in the doghouse after he attempted to switch places with his pup when he got pulled over on suspicion of DUI on Saturday
What a
night.
dick.
Why would he do that to the dog?
I know. I mean, seriously, like, get one of your buddies. Like, just crawl over the top.
The sober guy, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah.
2 sober people. They just sit in the back, just laughing. It's like, all right, let's watch this play out.
And then they just took the car and the dog and left.
I mean, I'd absolutely do that.
Oh, yeah. So, Springfield Police Chief Clay Clipful, I don't know that guy, conducted a traffic stop on a driver who was going 52 mile an hour in a 30 mile an hour zone about 11:30 p.m. Saturday near West 7th and Main Street in the town of Springfield. That would be right by the Stage Stop Hotel, if I remember right, somewhere right in there. It's a pretty long stretch of 35 mile an hour, though. I mean, like, Springfield ain't a very big town, but it's got I don't know, it's like 4 or 5 miles where you got to slow down. And
is that the same street that had the toilet bowl when we first got into town?
Yeah, probably. Was the toilet bowl in Springfield or was it Walsh?
Maybe, you know what? It was Walsh. You're right.
Okay. Not that Springfield's much classier, but I mean, it is a nicer.
I mean, it's way classier.
I'll give him that. It is a nicer looking town than Walsh. Walsh is kind of a shithole. The driver attempted to switch places with his dog, which was in the passenger seat of the Dodge Challenger. Oh man, this is like a fancy car.
Yeah, Matt, you're coming up in the world, dude.
I guess, man. I mean, if I was going to have a car, it probably would be a Dodge Challenger. Anyway, a process that Clipful watched as he walked towards the car, police said. Oh, so this is the police chief that pulled him over. That's funny. The suspect, who had clear signs of intoxication, according to police, got out of the passenger side of the car and told the chief he wasn't the one driving. When Clipful asked whether he'd been drinking, the man tried to run away. He said,
Matt, you're a fucking legend.
So wait, he left the dog in the front seat or in the driver's seat, and then he tried to leave. He tried to flee.
Yeah. The suspect's getaway attempt was cut short about 20 yards from the car when he was apprehended. 20 yards. A man and the woman were sober in the back seat. The car belonged to the woman. I wonder if...
So she let a drunk driver drive her car.
A Challenger.
Huh.
Like, that's kind of a nice car. I mean...
Dude,
there's just a bunch of winners in this whole deal right here.
I'm telling you, his buddy was like, "Hey, you want to do this chick?" And they were fucking. I guarantee.
Yeah, well, and the guy driving was like, "I know how to get to Pueblo," and I know exactly what he did. He was probably coming from like the Lamar area, which would be east of. Let me go back to the beginning of this video. So we can queue up okay.
How first of all, how do they not have dash cam available? Because they have dash cam available for everything.
Because it's Baca County. That county's broke.
Damn it.
All right, so
I would have loved the video.
Yeah, all right. So Pueblo's up here, Los Animas, and Highway 50 essentially kind of runs along the Arkansas River. As you're coming from Lamar, which is over here, there's you come into Los Animas over here. There's the Bents Fort Inn is like right over here. I don't know if you guys can see my cursor, but you come in, and then Highway 50 curves back around, follows the river. But then there's also a paved road that goes straight. And Rob, that's the road like where we got married at like the site of the wedding. Like they took that road is what happened instead of going around the curve and headed towards La Junta and Pueblo. They headed out towards Boggsville, which is where me and my wife got married. And then if you follow that road all the way, it'll take you into Springfield, and it's a pretty decent dirt road, but yeah, the exact opposite direction of Pueblo, though. Oh,
I need a blood alcohol level on this guy.
I know.
What are we thinking? Is it in the 2s, you think?
Well, I don't know. It didn't say that he was swerving or anything. It just said he was running like 50 in the 30s. So
maybe maybe 0.1.
And
I get confused. There's no way that these folks aren't local to that area. So how did they get so lost?
Like I said, I don't. But they were headed to Pueblo, and I wonder where they were headed from. Like, were they running drugs? I don't know. But like I could see how if you don't know the area, you could miss that turn and just. And then, yeah, once you make that turn, you're instead of headed west, you're now headed south, and and then it eventually the road snakes through and it shoots you out over by Pritchett, which you take back into Springfield, and yeah, that's a hell of a misdirection there, you know.
So Matt, question: Did you forget where you lived?
I did.
Is that?
I did. You know, I don't spend a lot of time in Southeast Colorado anymore, so
how many seltzers did you have that night?
I had some seltzers. I had a few seltzers.
You drank the shit out of them, I heard.
Crushed those seltzers.
Tater salad.
Seltzers.
Tater salad told me.
I got tired of hearing.
Offer still stands there, Matt. If you need legal representation for this whole debacle, right? I can get you out of this. Right?
Oh,
I should just turn myself in Springfield. And be like, I want to stand trial for this. Like, for what? Like the dog DUI. Like, we have him in custody already.
Speaking of lawyerly stuff, can we play that game with Rob?
Yes, we can.
At some point, I know we didn't talk about it, but I had to bring it up because I feel like that could be.
Well, no, I think this is a great time to bring it up. So
play the video, Matt, and then Rob will tell you.
See, this is what we were talking about when you finally logged on. Is I can't, for some reason I can't get logged into Instagram on my computer. Like I don't.
You want me to send it in text?
Try it, and we'll see. But yeah, for some reason I can't log into my Instagram on the computer. I don't know why.
Did you forget your password?
No, I've got it saved in it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's well, it'll be like was it Podesta was the guy that got hacked by in 2016, and it turns out just his password was password. So like, and can you really call it a hack?
All right, I sent it to the group. If we can't play it on the show, Rob can watch it and get the gist of it.
Rob, are you on your phone or your computer?
I'm on my phone.
Okay.
App.
You think it's on YouTube?
It's something like legalese speak. Some shit.
Legalese decoder.
Okay, you know what? So if you can't, Rob, watch that video.
I got it. I got it. Don't worry. I got it.
It's pretty good.
Don't you worry.
Good.
Luckily, beauty of the internet is it's on It's on YouTube now too. So
Nice.
Hey Harrison.
Yeah. So
How would you say you are an idiot in legalese?
now I don't know where's my audio.
We could hear it, Matt.
You could?
I was hearing it. Now it stopped.
Yeah.
Okay.
you display a shocking inability to grasp basic concepts.
Hey Harrison.
Yeah. So
How would you say you are an idiot in legalese?
you display a shocking inability to grasp basic concepts.
Okay. So I think to sum up this prior story, I would tell this guy, in my words, you had two fucking sober people in the back seat. What made you think the dog was a good idea? Rob, translate that into legalese.
What you just did was one of the most idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point during your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that can be considered rational thought. I give you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Oh, fucking A.
Doesn't disappoint.
Rob, on autism on full display. Like, you pulled that from... God, I love you. I love you so much, Rob.
So the first part of that, the first two sentences, it was like, man, this is some shit I could come up with. And then I got it, was like, oh, this motherfucker.
Yeah, I don't think you need a legalese for that one. You're just like a good simple what the fuck works just fine.
You shitting me?
As Ruben would say, for real?
For real? Oh, yeah, it's been a while since good old Baca County, Colorado's made national headlines, but when we make headlines, we do it right. We do it right.
Matt, are you just the biggest celebrity in town now?
No, not even close.
Besides your dad?
No. I like I said, I don't spend much time in Southeast Colorado anymore.
I don't think they let you back in there, right?
Oh, they need the population, man. They'll let anybody in. It's we got downgraded to a wilderness area in that part of the world.
Did you really?
Yeah. Yeah, there's not enough population in Baca County, so it's now a wilderness area.
Are you renaming the town name to Lonesome Dove?
We could. I mean, might bring more traffic in if we did. I don't know.
Yes, it would.
So, also from a lawyer perspective, Rob, what did you make of this Durham report? Did you? I'm sure you read headlines and news articles, but did you dive into any of the actual report itself?
I mean, I didn't dive into it, but I did read the high points, the tidbits.
Yeah,
a little bit. Thought it was kind of weird. And basically, I was reading like the responses was like the whatever the criteria, like the comments were, this was a giant waste of time, and they didn't really say anything other than the FBI expressed poor judgment in trying to go after Trump. But they didn't explain. They didn't say, "Hey, we should do this, this, and that." They just said, "You shouldn't have done that."
It is the most Republican thing ever. It is the most Republican thing ever. It was a bunch of buildup, and you're like, heads are gonna roll, but Republicans and Democrats are just the same. They just have a little bit different talking points. And so instead of saying like, hey, maybe we should just shut down the FBI because they've been doing some really, really creepy shit over the last like 30 years. No, there's like, oh, the FBI made some missteps here. And but other than that, we've implemented some new standards and we're good to go. There's
They
like
got a new coffee maker. Okay.
yeah. It's the most Republican thing ever, where they're just like, yeah, they're all fucking bark. It's like when they voted 47 or so times to repeal Obamacare when they knew it wasn't going to go anywhere. And then as soon as they had power to do something, John McCain was like, "Hey, we can't do that."
No.
It's too big to fail.
Yeah, so there's like, well, we don't want to criticize the FBI too much because when we get back in power, we might want to use them for some shady shit. So we can't neuter them too bad. We might want to spy on some Muslims, you know.
Never know. What's the flavor of the week?
Mm-hmm. But also where what sets kind of like the Democrat establishment versus the Republican establishment is the Republican establishment still, they're like, oh, we can't do that. We can't. It's like the ballot harvesting. They're like, hey, these mail-in ballots are bullshit and we don't like it. And then they just get ballot harvested to death. And then there's like, we don't like it. We think you cheated. Like, well, maybe you should learn how to harvest ballots. But we don't like that, so we're not going to do it. We're just going to bitch instead.
Yeah, because those Republican volunteers are usually 65-year-old boomers. They don't want to do it.
No. Well, I mean, yeah, your average like Republican that is involved in the electoral, like the actual election process, not besides casting the vote, is also the same people that watch Fox News, and they're the same age. They're the same people. And
the only 20-year-olds are the like campaign staffers.
Yeah, well,
haven't had enough yet.
Democrats got a way better ground game. Like not even close. The Democrat ground game is they're usually on point. But yeah, this was like we kind of knew this shit already though when they when it came out that they lied on the FISA application about the Steele dossier. Like that came out several years ago.
You mean the one about Trump having a little PP little fetish thing? No?
Yeah, it turns out like none of that was true.
I still think that's true.
I want it to be true. Don't get me wrong. Like I really want it to be true.
I don't care what they say. I think that I don't care if there's no basis for it. It's totally Trump, right?
Well,
he should be proud of that too. There's nothing wrong.
I never read the actual dossier, but I heard two different accounts where one of them said that like he got peed on, but another rendition I heard said like he had the hookers piss on the bed because he knew that Obama was going to be staying in it.
I would believe
that's even better.
Yeah.
Either way, I want them both to be true, you know? And just like I also, me and Aaron started this rumor, mostly me, a while back, but that Donald Trump's a virgin.
He's a virgin. Have you ever seen a video of him having sex? I haven't. Have you, Matt?
I haven't. He's also,
and he pays everybody that he supposedly does do it with, you know, disclosure, whatever, non-compete clauses and whatnot. All right, so.
Okay, so also keep this in mind. He's a well-known germaphobe. Like he's it's well documented. And we go back to the Access Hollywood tape, which is where like really the Trump like hysteria really began, was the Access Hollywood deal, the grab him by the pussy.
The greatest line I've ever heard.
It sounds like a line from the 40-Year-Old Virgin.
It does.
You know, I walk up to him and I
putting the pussy on a pedestal,
grab him by the pussy. You know, it sounds like a virgin said that. And
that's a good point.
Yeah,
I think the non-disclosures, it's not that he's a small dick. I bet it's just really weird looking. Like weird.
Crooked, like to a W shape.
And it's like it's almost like an operating room or something. It's just like blinding white. It has to be like completely sterilized.
It looks fucking weird.
You have to inject her with chloroquine or whatever. Right?
Well, she has to roll in some disinfectant before.
Lice hate the sugar.
Yeah,
it's delicious.
Oh, Rob, did you see the interview of that bitch that we were talking about last week? The one that accused him of rape. Did you see the interview with Anderson
Oh
Cooper?
my god, I just saw.
Did not.
Holy shit, man!
Well,
come on,
it's something else.
It really is.
It really when you see her in person, it really brings in the whole. You're like, okay, that was a definite New York jury that got him.
I mean, she was. It's her definition of rape is really it's interesting.
Can you give me some tidbits here? I did not.
No, you can't.
Right,
you got to
I got
show
it. I got it pulled up now. So
this lady's fucking nuts, dude.
It just
don't feel like a victim.
I was not thrown on the ground and ravished. Which the word rape carries so many sexual connotations. This was not.
So
okay.
Yeah, like everything about sex or rape is sexual. Like it's the forcible,
it is literally
the forcible insertion of your penis into another orifice. And
I have to say, watching this video, I thought I thought it was just me, but Anderson Cooper's reaction makes me think that my reaction is spot on.
Okay, so just from this, where we've got it paused here, it looks like a SNL skit. It turns out she was a writer on SNL, like way back, like in the early days. Like when Bill Murray was on it, I think. That's what I heard. I've not verified that, so this is why I say it's probably fake news. But
she looks like a character from Blade Runner.
I
think most people think of rape as a violent assault. It is not.
I think most people think of rape as being sexy.
Let's take a short break.
Think of the fantasy.
Cooper's just like, stop it.
Take a quick break. If you can stick around, we'll talk more on the other side.
You're fascinating to talk to.
Don't feel like a victim.
Jesus.
Damn.
Is there more?
I that's the only clip I've seen.
Not thrown.
Yeah,
I mean, technically she's right. You don't have to throw her on the ground to rape her, but yeah, sure, the rest of that.
Yeah.
Is that not proper legal speak?
Unwanted intercourse with any object in an orifice, like Matt said.
Yeah, that's a weird one. I think most people think of rape as sexy. No.
I mean,
what are you, fucking Jeffrey Dahmer?
There's the rape, whatever, the rape fetish. Maybe that's what she's talking about.
Maybe.
Is she talking about pulling off like a rapey vibe next to the
rapish squid?
I think she wanted to rape Anderson Cooper, and he's gay, right?
She did look like she was going after him.
You're fascinating to talk to.
You know, he was like in the back of his mind, he's like, "Get me the fuck out of here!"
And
like, stop this.
And in the back of me, he's like, "And this is why I'm gay. I don't have to deal with this bullshit."
Oh man, dude, she looks like Jared Leto remember when he was the Joker? If that Joker lived until he was 60.
Yeah. That was a weird one. It kind of puts the whole like maybe there was a reason that didn't go to a criminal trial, in the first place. that was a weird one.
Rob, in a civil case, you have like people who testify, right?
Yeah.
is it still the jury's supposed to like determine the credibility of each witness and take that into account?
That's all the same.
Is it the same threshold of like what they determine is credible?
Honestly, the only difference is just the standard that you determine somebody in a civil suit to be liable. You call them liable. You say, yeah, you did it. And in a criminal trial, it's beyond a reasonable doubt that you did it. So that's the only real difference. But everything else plays out pretty much the same.
Same processes. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, there's these criminal rules there's a criminal rules procedure and the civil rules of procedure. So there's differences in that, in the way that, because like a defendant, you have rights regarding, right to remain silent, all these kind of questioning laws and that kind of stuff, where the Constitution, whereas in the civil world, that doesn't really apply because the Constitution isn't really at play. You're just trying to get money from somebody. So there's that aspect to it. But all in all, it kind of just rolls off the same way.
So in that case, like, just to go to Matt's point about a New York jury, did she testify?
Yeah.
Did she testify?
Yeah, she did.
I guess, and this is just an assumption, maybe she killed it in court. But if I saw that as a witness, I don't know if I'd be totally on the credibility train with that.
Well, I mean, like, I don't think Trump has any more lawyers left that are good. So
yeah, true.
Gotta...
Very good point.
So, I mean, if he had a better lawyer, he probably would have been able to, cross-examine her and, bury her a new one. But I don't think his lawyers are that good anymore.
Well, did you guys look into any of the new allegations against Rudy Giuliani? Like, Rudy Giuliani.
I did see that.
He's becoming one of my favorite people ever.
All right, what was there were some good ones, like.
Well, the one that really stuck out to me is he supposedly told this chick that him and Trump were selling pardons for $2 million.
Oh yeah.
They were splitting it 50-50, which seems really low. Like, I bet there's some people that would pay well more than $2 million for a pardon. Like, but maybe he needed the money for the legal fees. Who knows?
He just has lost his mind. Like, he's just. How old is Rudy now? He's like in his 60s, right?
Oh, he's in his 70s or 80s.
Really?
I mean,
that makes more sense though. Like, his mind is not there anymore.
You know what?
His mind was never there, but
we were talking.
It's way worse.
So we were talking about Giuliani, about kind of the mystique of Giuliani. But then I started watching some of the like New York mob documentaries that had him in it, and literally nobody liked the dude. Nobody. And he comes off as a like subpar lawyer in that office that just got the absolute case of the century, and there was no freaking way he could screw it up. So I almost wonder if this has always just been. And now after he puts hair polish in his hair, he's just gone fucking off the rails.
Well, and also it sounded like whoever, I don't know whether it was the people or just whoever the powers that be had enough of the mob at that point where there's like, fuck it, we're taking these fuckers down, and they had them bugged and they followed every fucking move. So like it was just a matter of time until they finally got him.
You know what happened?
The amount of,
You know what happened? They pissed off Trump, so Trump ratted him out.
Yeah.
No, I'm just joking.
Yeah, maybe. I could see it.
I mean, I'll give Rudy credit for 30 years ago being a pretty decent prosecutor lawyer, but basically from the time that he stepped out of being mayor of New York to now, he's just, I don't know, just kind of way downhill and just losing his ever-loving mind and everything he's doing.
Rob,
and then Trump keeps grabbing him and trying to make him do things, and he doesn't know how to do it anymore.
Rob, when you get in your 60s and 70s, don't go work for a president, okay?
Yeah.
We should what's a good website to look to read about Julia? Like we want the best
about
the
who?
New York about this Giuliani story because
would the New York
normally
Post have it?
I don't
CBS
know.
New York.
CBS New York, maybe. The Hill. I bet.
I was gonna say the New York Post because they'd have the best puns.
Demanding sexual favors and engaging in alcohol-fueled rages and wage theft. It's the start of this headline.
Wage theft. Oh,
yeah.
Look at Rudy with his bad.
This is the complaint. He was just drinking morning, noon, and night.
Well, he's
took Viagra constantly.
Rudy fucks. Noel Dunphy, former director of business development for several Giuliani-owned companies, filed a lawsuit Monday before the Supreme Court of the state of New York. She is seeking $10 million in compensation from Giuliani, who allegedly subjected her to constant sexual remarks, demands, and threats.
Constant.
Yeah. Made clear that satisfying his sexual demands, which came virtually anytime, anywhere, was an absolute requirement of her employment and of his legal representation.
Oh.
Allegedly.
I mean,
allegedly. Thank you, Rob.
40 years ago, I could totally see this being the case, but he's an old man, and even if he's taking Viagra constantly to keep his dick hard, like he ain't got the stamina to go anytime, anywhere. I mean, like that's almost got to be like a pre-planned deal at that age, don't it?
Dude, he's Mr.
Did he like forget? He thinks that this person was a whore that he just didn't realize was not.
I don't know.
He's just confused.
So wait, I'm paying you for this, right? Like, who are you?
Giuliani began requiring Ms. Dunphy to work at his home and out of hotel rooms, so she would be at his beck and
out
call.
Of hotel rooms, huh?
Yeah, he drank morning, noon, and night, and was frequently intoxicated, and therefore his behavior was always unpredictable. The suit includes
Rudy Giuliani's.
I mean, did you watch the Borat sequel?
Yeah.
I mean, seems kind of legit now.
What is Rudy drinking?
Probably wine. Wasn't that the deal? Like he had a bunch of like his teeth were like wine stained.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what happened in Borat?
He I don't know. Sarah Bacha Cohen was able to use one of his lackeys to get him into a hotel room where she was like interviewing him, and he was being all creepy.
Yeah,
it was weird.
Was it Bruno?
No, it was
Borat.
The second Borat.
Oh,
like the Borat sequel.
Like his story was he was trying to unwire his mic or whatever.
That's right. Oh, it was his like daughter or wife.
Yeah.
And she came. Yeah. Yes, I fucking remember that shit.
So this kind of lines up a little bit with the way he was acting like in that documentary or in Borat, whatever.
But the thing is, they were trying to like pass him off as a pedophile, which the chick was not underage. I don't think there was any indication that she was supposed to be underage until he jumped in and said, "She's 15. She's too young for you," or too old for you, or something like that. so it painted him as a pedophile, and I was like, creep, yes, but I don't, like pedophile is a little maybe going far. It seems like maybe that was your take on it, but like now,
more of a
like
rapist wit.
He's a Italian from New York. Of course, he's a creep. Come on.
Yep.
Yeah. An old Italian from New York. Like like I have no doubt that he's a creep. In addition to his sexual demands, Giuliani went on alcohol-drenched rants that include sexist, racist, and anti-Semitic remarks, which made the work environment unbearable. I wonder They always say it made it unbearable, but yet you continued to work there. It's like, nah.
Comments about the genitalia of Jewish men. That's not why.
Where is he like jealous of your big Jew dick, Rob? Is that what it is?
I mean, I'm gonna go with that, sure. All right, but I was thinking the opposite.
He's jealous of he's jealous of the curls alongside the pubes.
Yeah, that's where Rob probably falls short because he's not a true Jew. He doesn't have the little curly cues. So
yeah, thanks, Rob.
That's not quite there.
Yeah, worst Jew ever.
Ever.
Yeah, that one. I don't know, man. When there's no criminal charges and it's just all civil lawsuits like this, you're like, it seems like maybe you're jumping on the like let's get a paycheck bandwagon, and then I don't know. It seems like people have gotten really sue happy over that. I mean, what was they awarded the Sandy Hook people $1 billion from Alex Jones. You're like, how the fuck do you get the $1 billion? You're like, that guy doesn't have that kind of money. Come on. I mean, he's a loudmouth asshole, but like $1 billion, like Jesus, man, that's so much money.
$1 billion.
He's gonna get it from his from the aliens when they come and rescue him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there was like serious. It was a pretty serious article that was written, speculating how like one of the next lawsuits that Alex Jones is up against, they were looking in the number of like $2.7 trillion in damages, and you're like,
2 trillion.
That's
like
over
the GDP. So
yeah, so like that's over half the U.S. federal government's yearly budget, and one fucking idiot conspiracy theorist is supposed to pay that. You're like,
shillion, shooby-dooby-doo.
Yen.
Yeah. What is it? The Eighth Amendment that's cruel and unusual punishment. Like, at what point does that kick in? At what point does that kick in? Because you're like, $1 billion for this jackass? Come on, like he probably made
after the fourth trillion.
If I remember my law school correctly, the Eighth Amendment does not apply to civil lawsuits and judgments and that kind of stuff. So you can sue for as much as you want.
Right? I see. You just got to convince a jury, which, well, let's face it, people are idiots, so you can probably convince them of anything.
Apparently, there's idiot lawyers too out there.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of idiot lawyers.
I would be like, oh my goodness, get her on the stand, please. Get her on the stand. Get her on the stand.
You know, the one thing that I've noticed since the whole Trump phenomenon got just shat upon us is it kind of pulled back the curtain of how stupid everybody in power is. Like, holy fuck.
Come on, you really needed Trump to give you that kind of kick in the ass?
But it just like it really, like he really showed just how stupid. Like even the people I thought were like kind of serious actors, like, goddamn, these guys are not impressive at all.
No, it's not shocking. It's just it's going.
It's exhausting now. That's what it is.
It's not surprising. It's shocking. That's my thoughts on it. It's not surprising. I knew they were dumb, but I'm shocked at the level of stupidity that we have. Goddamn. Like,
speaking of Bo Bear, now available and on the market.
Yeah, and her husband does not like process servers, apparently. Right?
Oh no,
or allegedly.
Allegedly.
Did he? Is this a new story? Should we look this up?
Yes.
So this story was Lauren Boebert, whatever her name is,
the Bob.
She's divorcing her bub. All right, and when her ex-husband was served the process papers for the divorce, he like flipped out, threw a shit, like set his dogs on the process server and just freaked out. And that's the drama now. Is he's denying that he did that, and Lauren Boebert is coming to his defense, saying he never do that. And the best one, I think,
they're gonna have some really nasty makeup sex here pretty soon. It
sounds like. It's gonna be angry. But the best one was he was like the process server said he was like he had his dogs on a leash and he let them off the leash. He was drinking this tall glass of beer, and she was defending him, saying he doesn't drink glasses of beer and it better not have been Bud Light or something like that.
Oh Jesus!
No, she's got to get that.
Gotta.
Oh fuck. I'm trying to find
those trends.
You know, she's kind of fallen out of like it was. She was kind of the darling of the left wing. For the left wingers to hate, and I haven't seen her popping up as much on Twitter lately. So I
you know what it is?
She's not going to survive her next re-election. So
you know what it is? She barely won re-election.
Exactly.
Like barely.
Yeah.
And now she's keeping her head down. That's exactly what the fuck it is.
Yeah, makes sense. All right. So Denver Gazette, is that a newsworthy?
That's Colorado Springs.
Okay. Well,
it'll work.
Wait, this happened in
it'll work.
Colorado Springs. That's Colorado Springs.
Okay. Lauren Boebert files for divorce. She is hot. No.
That's why he was mad. He was mad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, she is good looking. I'm not gonna lie on that one. Like, I don't like her at all, but she is good looking.
Oh, she is so dumb, but
she's an idiot.
She has filed for divorce from Jason Boebert, her husband of nearly 18 years. They must have got. She's not that old, is she?
She's our age.
Yeah, so she got married young. With a heavy heart, weight on my heart, I filed for divorce from my husband. I've been grateful for our years of marriage, blah, blah, blah. I've always been faithful in my marriage. Wasn't she a call girl at one point?
Allegedly.
What?
Yeah. And also allegedly had a couple abortions and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Who had more abortions, her or Herschel Walker?
Just right in there, huh? All right.
I mean,
I gotta take the Herschel on this one.
Herschel's got more money.
Yeah, he paid for probably a lot more.
Yeah. Herschel fucked. But apparently so did Bobes. She's got a whole bunch of kids.
Yeah, she had a kid when she was like 16.
Yeah. Oh, she is straight trailer trash, but like hot trailer trash. Like
she's
who was the chick from Joe Dirt? That was always just like one? That white trash sexy, you know,
the one who Presley plays all the time, basically. The hot white trash. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Usually it's something like candy or cinnamon.
Right. And I mean, this Boebert's right there. She's just the brunette version of that. She's hot, but she is white trash. Twitter account Patriot Takes noted that Boebert was no longer wearing a wedding ring. So this story didn't have much there, but anyway.
Yeah, she's ready to get down in D.C.
Well, you know,
because they be fucking.
Yeah, you think? Do you think she's giving old McCarthy a little handy?
Oof.
I think she and Major League Taylor Green are fighting over him right now.
All right, so we talked about this before, Rob. When it's been a while, would you pay to watch Boebert and Marjorie Taylor Greene fuck?
Yeah.
I thought so. I would too.
That's not a question. That's just a statement. Like,
see,
how much are you?
Dude, like, did you? I think there's a story about Major League Taylor Greene. she and her husband and is in all kinds of kinky stuff.
Oh yeah,
or at least before.
She was fucking her personal trainer, I think.
Yeah, something like that. Her CrossFit deal. She's into tantric crap and like she's dirty. Right?
And
You're
she's
a dirty girl. You're a dirty girl.
She looks sturdy too. You know, like she looks like you'd be sore when you get done with her.
She would rock your world. All right.
she looks sturdy.
She'd
She's
get right on top of you.
Yeah.
She'd get right on top of you and say, "Oh fuck it, damn it!"
We get the proceeds to charity or whatever, but I bet we could probably cure cancer with the proceeds of that. You'd have all the right wingers that would support, you know, they would support it just for because Trump would want them to or something like that, and then there'd be guys like me and you that are just like, I don't know, like that probably be pretty fun to watch. I don't know.
That would be. I'd
like to see them. I'd like to see them both naked. So fuck yeah, I'll throw $5 on that. And then you'd have all the lefties that would like buy it just so they could just like scream into the ether about how they hate them. So I mean it's a win-win. We charge like a $10. You know, you got to pay $10, but you get to watch them les out, and we donate the proceeds to ass cancer or something like that.
And they're both shameless enough; they should do it. Like, I don't see. It's win-win.
All right, so on the other side, you got to have AOC. Obviously, she's the hottest Democrat in Congress at the moment.
She might be the hottest politician ever. I can't think of anything close.
No, hold on. There was that. I mean, she's not in Congress anymore, but she was elected like in the 2020 from California. She got in trouble for having like a three-way with her assistant or something.
She wasn't near as good looking as AOC though.
I don't know. She looked. I mean, maybe it's just me. I'm not a big fan of AOC. But
what was her name? Hot. Fuck, I know the story you're talking about, but I can't remember. Let's see, California, Congresswoman, Thruple. What wasn't? Yeah, Katie Hill. There we go.
Yeah, that's it.
Let's see,
Katie Hill. All right, we'll go to image search first. See,
don't fall for the deep fakes.
Oh, there we go. Images. Yeah, AOC.
No way. No way.
Man, it's just me, man. I like blondes better. I don't know.
She looks like a mouse.
Yeah.
I'm into her.
I mean, yeah, she sounds like she's a lot of fun, but
and maybe that's it. All right.
I mean, she's not terrible looking.
AOC I don't know. I don't think that she's into anything. You know?
Oh, I'm not saying she'd be a good fuck, but she's hot.
Rob, we're judging by looks right now.
I think if we're going,
come on, you got to take the whole picture in here, okay? The whole package.
If we're talking about the quality of the fuck, yeah, I think you're right on the Katie Hill. She was into some weird stuff.
Rob, we're not marrying them.
She
just seems so angry.
Okay, so we're got a little ways before we get to the, you know, where we are our final topic for the main episode, which is Nancy Pelosi versus Martha Stewart. But we gotta add one onto that so we can make a proper fuck, marry, kill list. So keep that in mind for the next 10 minutes or so, and then as far as looks go, AOC's way hotter than that Katie Hill, but yeah,
Fine.
As far as the quality of fuck, I think you're probably right on that. I think it's
I don't know. I just think that quality part just gets into the image too. Like I can't separate it.
Yeah, but also, is she Puerto Rican or Cuban or what flavor of?
Well, she's from the Bronx. Like
I'm guessing Puerto Rican.
I think it's Puerto Rican.
Yeah,
I believe so.
There is that aspect to it. You're right. I forgot about that.
I bet she fucks hard.
And then she'll key your car the next day.
Yeah. And I mean, look at the eyes. She will
set your house on fire.
She's got the crazy eyes.
She'll go straight up TLC.
I mean, those are the ones you like, but you gotta steer away from them because eyes like that will ruin your fucking life. Like it's probably a lot of fun while it lasts, but yeah, it never ends well with a pair of eyes like that.
She will call your house 50 times a day and hang up on your mom.
She'll find your boss's number somehow.
Just banging on the window at your place of work.
Yeah, I mean, you might work for one of the biggest corporations in the world. She'll still somehow find the CEO's number.
I'll find you. She's the redhead off of fucking Wedding Crashers.
She's so hot too. So I mean, like, there's something about the crazy factor.
Maybe you just fall in love.
Yeah. What else? Anything else stuck out to you guys this week in the news? I think Ukraine still is a shitty deal. That one, not much has changed.
I heard Ukraine's winning though, or Ukraine is turning some kind of tide.
No, maybe, I don't know. When you look at those leaked documents and what the Pentagon was saying, behind the scenes, I don't know what to believe over there.
I thought the one story that was kind of shady sounding was there was reports that this Patriot system, we just got them, intercepted like 18 missiles, but now it's broken.
Yeah,
and they said don't worry,
we hit it.
They're saying don't worry, it's not broken beyond repair, but it's been hit. I'm just like, I don't know what to believe.
Yeah, so Russia's saying that they hit that Patriot battery, and then the Ukrainians are saying like we shot down 6 of these hypersonic missiles, which are supposed to be, we're not supposed to be able to shoot them down apparently because they're so advanced.
That's another thing I could believe, because if it's the Russians, I could see they have fucking shitty ass.
Right. But also the Russians are saying like we've never fired that many in a single day ever. You guys are full of shit. And I don't believe any of them.
I don't know what's going on.
You can't believe it. It's Eastern European propaganda. Like, it's just, all of it is nonsense.
Well, and then coming from our side, I don't believe any of that shit either, because like when those leaked documents are like we told Zelensky, like, don't try to hold on to Bakhmut. It doesn't hold any significant value, but instead they've like depleted their entire artillery arsenal in essentially World War I style warfare, where it's just like lobbing shells back and forth for months on end.
And on top of that, it's the same shit that goes down in wars.
Yeah.
Like, they are just literally pumping out shit, and you don't find out what really fucking happened until 60 years later.
I know. And like I was telling you the other day, it's like, it's not Ukraine versus Russia. It's Russia versus other Russia. Like they're like the same mindset. They fight war the exact same way, which is just throw bodies at it until somebody breaks. It's like they have like, there's no, it's just like, all right, well, fuck, that didn't work. Let's send a whole bunch of artillery at them. And let's do that for months on end.
Let's change generals and send the losing general to Siberia.
Yeah.
Let's try this guy.
Yeah, and then the meanwhile, like we're sending all this money over there, and all the Ukrainian oligarchs are just siphoning it off the top and buying fucking Mercedes and Hummers and shit. You're like, well, fucking God bless America, huh?
I'm just picturing that scene in Casino when the mob guy goes into the locker room and just skins a little off the top.
I'm just like,
a little bit.
Oh. And meanwhile, there's like tens of thousands of troops dying, and you're just like, you guys are fucking awful. Every one of you guys are fucking awful. I hate all of you. Fuck off. Like, what? Give me my money back, please. I don't want any part of this.
I'm gonna admit my bias here. I did a ancestry.com and little test, and it said that I am European Jewish, which is smack dab in the middle of Ukraine. Right?
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna go with the Ukrainians on this one.
So now you have love for the motherland.
You guys, and honestly, I feel bad for Ukraine in general, just because they got butt fucked from both sides in World War II. Like, just if it wasn't the Nazis rounding up the Jews and whoever else they wanted to, it was the Soviets just starving you to death systematically.
Yeah.
Did you watch the show Chernobyl?
No, I haven't yet.
Oh man, great show, but like that's another thing. Like, just right in smack dab of Ukraine, just destroys a nuclear power plant and decimates the entire environment out there.
Forever.
Par for the course.
Well, and then even going back to like the beginning of this whole where we're at now, like it was just this cat and mouse game between NATO and Putin, and what was it like? I forget the name. The guy before Zelensky, he essentially made a deal with Russia instead of the EU. So we went ahead and helped organize a coup and took out that guy and put in another guy. And now, like, oh shit, we're on the brink of nuclear war. Thanks, assholes. Fuck, man.
Anything for you, Matt.
I know. It's yeah. It's a fun time to be alive, And in the meanwhile, we've got a how old is Biden now? 78.
Holy fuck! Yes, but he's an old 78.
Sounds about right.
Trump's gonna be 76 if he gets elected again. Oh fuck! We didn't even talk about Feinstein, did we? Did you see they rolled her old ass into the
She does
Senate?
not look well.
No, she doesn't.
And
I don't know why she's holding on. Like, what good does it do her right now? Like, they can just fill in somebody else pretty quickly. If she just, I don't know. I don't get it.
Well, like, she just got reelected in like 2020, didn't she? Or was it?
Yeah.
I mean,
but she's like, what? How old is she? She's in her 80s, right?
89.
Damn. Like,
yeah.
I'm fine if you feel good and you're in a good shape right now, but if you're clearly not well, like, what? I don't get it.
I mean, look at that. She looks like Emperor Palpatine.
She looks like a vamp. She looks like the vampires off of Buffy.
Okay, so this is our third leg of the fuck, marry, kill. Pelosi, Feinstein, and Martha Stewart.
I'm not touching that.
I'll lead off. I'll lead off with it.
I mean, I'm not touching Feinstein.
No, I think you marry Feinstein. She's not going to last very long.
Marry her.
She's got a lot of money.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
But I guess going in, that's a member of the Senate. But also, I mean, so is John Fetterman. That guy can't. He's like the dude from Goonies. Hey, you guy.
Or Chuck Grassley.
Hey, I bet.
Yeah, Chuck Grassley, Mitch McConnell. Oh, Fuck, man. They're
holding on to that power.
I saw was the guy from Louisiana. He didn't look too well either. Kennedy.
Oh, Kennedy. Okay, so question here. Have you seen the King's sausage fingers, Rob?
I don't.
Oh my goodness, this is crazy.
All right,
oh
so
my God,
what are we talking about here?
Okay, well, put these fingers in your head for now. We'll come back to that.
All right.
His fingers are as big as your head, Rob, in like relative size.
Yeah, like because Rob's not a big guy. Rob's about the same build as me, but his head is massive. It's and this is kind of like what's his name, King Prince Charles, whatever. He's not a fat guy, but then you look at his fingers and
Oh, so we're called King Charles fingers. All right.
Yeah.
Rob, didn't you have to have a special football helmet because your head was so
No,
big?
I just had an extra large, but I was 180 pounds and
you're fucking
5'10". Like most of the people at that size are like 6'6".
All right, so there you go, Rob.
Damn, those are some sausages.
It kind of makes my stomach turn a little bit. It's so fucking.
They just look like there's no circulation in those hands.
It comes from generation after generation of fucking your cousin.
How many snakes bit him?
I mean,
some shit you see on the Discovery Channel, like, "Oi, he was bitten by a black mamba, and this was the picture after."
I would bet you that some relative of the Hatfields or McCoys deep down in the holler has fingers about like that too. Good God, man.
Really popular with the ladies though.
Which one's worse? Feinstein's or King Charles? Which one's more revolting? We got.
Is a hand job?
I mean, if you looked at the hands just by themselves without like looking at the whole body, I don't know. Yeah, Feinstein's probably worse.
Those are pretty
close.
Bad. And then there's this one. Eesh. Eesh.
Did you break her?
She honestly looks like a Holocaust victim, like she looks like she just got liberated from a camp,
She looks like a mummy when they unwrap the mummy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, holy shit. She had a stroke.
Oh, shingles, Matt.
Yeah, that face. Oh.
Shingles will totally do that to you. Fuck. All right. So let me pull up old Martha Stewart. I gotta say, I had one of the old guys that works with me. He was like, "What do you think about the Martha Stewart on the swimsuit edition?" I was like, "Man, at least she has a vagina, At least she had a vagina."
I've seen both photos and I have a verdict already. Who wins the titty off?
It's not really close even.
It's not.
All right, so I gotta say, for how she's 80 years old or whatever, like she looks okay. I can't imagine
She looks awesome.
Yeah, for 80 years old, she looks really good. Who's got the younger titties, Rob?
You have to show me the other ones.
Okay.
Show the Nancy. Show the Nancy.
All right, let's
Skin's a variable here, man. All right.
The skin is the variable.
Bring those puppies out here, Matt.
And here we go. Yeah, it's not even close. Martha's got way better titties. Martha's got way better titties.
Go back.
I was gonna compare.
I need to look at the other ha's.
But you know what? Okay, hold on. How much airbrushing and all that?
Yeah, that's a good question.
That's what I'm because I saw some shit about they had their original photo and then the Sports Illustrated photo, and it was way. They probably did a lot of work, I'm guessing.
I'm guessing so, but either way, I think you know, I think just Martha's better off all the way around. I don't care. Like, you could airbrush that up a little bit, but I still got to go with Martha.
It's just a booby off, Matt.
I don't know, man. If you take off that face on Nancy's and you just look at those, I mean, you wouldn't be able to tell. Like,
I don't know. I mean, look at that. I think Nancy's are definitely bigger for sure.
Yeah, that counts. And they're symmetrical. Right?
They are. This one's a little smaller. This one sags more. It could be the lighting. Could be the lighting. I don't know.
Amazing day of age where an 80-year-old woman could have boobs of a
reshape them, make them symmetrical.
25 to 30-year-old. What times of wonders.
All right. So, final verdict. We got who's got the better titties, Martha or Nancy?
I'm going Nancy.
I'm going Nancy too because I think it's airbrushed. I'm going Nancy.
When you put the airbrush factor into it, yeah, you gotta grade on a curve, but I mean they didn't ask Nancy to be on the swimsuit edition, so
no, they did.
No,
they did.
Okay, so now overall hotness, Nancy or Martha?
Martha.
Is this a question?
I mean, it's a question. I know the answers to it, but yeah,
I gotta go with the former
hotness
model.
Well, also Martha's got some street cred too. She's
been in jail. All right, there's
that's right.
Way more hotness added to it. Okay,
she would fuck the shit out of you, make you a nice meal, and then stab somebody for you as well.
I'm gonna break your dick.
But who's worth more money, Nancy or Martha?
Oh, that's a
good question. I don't know
that we know about.
Let's see. This is where I need
Martha.
to
What did Martha go to jail for? Wasn't it fraud?
Insider trading.
Yeah. So assuming that she didn't lose any money out of that, I would say probably Martha has more money, but
I would think so.
She's being looking at by the feds like constantly now, right? Isn't she still on probation?
Probably. And in the meanwhile, Nancy just says, "Hey, Paul, trade this stock."
Insider trading.
They don't make that much.
Jail for that.
Let's see. Martha Stewart net worth. 400 million is what they're saying.
Wow.
And Nancy Pelosi is worth about 250, if I remember right.
Yeah. I think it was between like 200 million.
135 million. So
wow.
Oh, there you go.
All right. Well, I got to give it to Martha. Overall hotness, not just the looks, but she's kind of a gangster. You know, she can cook. She did that for a living.
She makes money.
TV.
She went to jail. She can cook. All right.
She hangs out with Snoop Dogg.
Better yet, she makes her own money. She doesn't steal our money and then insider trade it. You know, she didn't get her $135 million from, you know, a congressman's salary. No, she got out there and fucking worked for it. She got screwed over by the man, had to do some hard time, and she's friends with Snoop. So
she's way more badass.
Yeah. All right. So
around.
Fuck, marry, kill. Dianne Feinstein, Martha Stewart, Nancy Pelosi.
I'm killing Nancy. I'm fucking Martha, and I'm marrying Dianne. All right.
It's not a bad call. All right, we got to find out what Dianne Feinstein, what she's worth.
She's been in the Senate for what, like 50 years?
Feinstein's net worth isn't known, but it's clear she is very wealthy.
It's not.
I'm reading maybe around 100 million.
Huh. Okay.
So about the same as Nancy.
All right, so I'm gonna trade this. I'm gonna marry Martha. I'm gonna fuck Nancy, and I'm gonna kill Feinstein. Put her out of her misery.
Man.
Put her out of.
Damn it, man! That was my exact same logic.
Okay, so
I was
yeah,
just
so
like, I'm gonna wait around for about 6 months. That was my logic.
Initially I was gonna say marry Dianne, kill Nancy, and fuck Martha, but now that Nancy looks like she's worth more than Dianne Feinstein, and she looks way better. So yeah, I think you marry Martha, you fuck Nancy. See, give those old fun bags
then you can't fuck Martha.
If I'm marrying Martha, I'm gonna fuck that bitch.
That's not the game. All right.
What are you, a priest?
Well, I mean, if I'm fucking Nancy, you know, she's giving me some money, so I'll go, you know, I'll just tend to Martha's house while she does all the stuff. You know, she's worth $400 million, man.
She'll take you on a trip to Taiwan with her.
Yeah, maybe she'll let me to see those titties every now and then. You know.
And with Martha Stewart, you get the money and you get to hang out with Snoop. Like, how the fuck do you even pass that up for a lifetime?
She's
you could still hang out with Snoop if you fucked her too. All right.
Well, if you marry Nancy though, you always have to worry about getting beat up by some like former nudist with a hammer, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's always a possibility.
Well, what about Martha's you know, whatever, you know, enemies that she made in jail? All right.
Oh, Martha cleaned that up, bro. She ain't got no enemies.
I'm sure that she had some enemies. All right.
Well, also,
they're still waiting for it.
I don't know if she's got enemies. I think she ran that bitch. She's got connections and the right kind of connections. So like Martha can also she could probably protect your ass too.
She ran the Aryan Brotherhood.
Makes that all the more hotter. Makes you want to fuck her.
I know. Does she need to call up the Aryan Brotherhood? Does she need to call up the Crips? Does she need to call up the Latin Kings? She's got contacts everywhere.
Texas Syndicate.
Yeah.
Got it, bro.
Yeah, marry Martha. Try to fuck her if you can, but definitely marry her. Have a go at old Aunt Nancy, and then send. We could give Feinstein a Viking burial, you know, just like push her wheelchair out into the ocean and then set it on fire with a bow and arrow.
Yeah, and the first time she meets your parents, you know that's going to be the best freaking meal you've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to impress right off the bat.
You know you're getting Thanksgiving and Christmas every year at your house.
You don't have to cook ever.
No.
You can just
like Martha will plan the meal and she'll have minions to like do all the busy work. She's got $400 million, bro. Like, yeah, there's no
small country.
There is no downside to Martha Stewart that I can see.
Make a valid point.
All right,
Rob, you have fun, Rob.
Final question before we we take a little piss break and head into the bonus section. Martha Stewart, Dolly Parton.
Dolly, man. I've been
Dolly.
wanting to see those boobies for...
Dolly's had plastic surgery up the wazoo, right?
She has, but Dolly Parton is like the biggest sweetheart on the face of the earth, too. So think about it while we take our little break. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. If you'd like to hear this further continuation of the important stuff that we cover here on Finspos Politics, please sign up at patreon.com/burninDaylight. For me and Aaron and Rob, both of whom are gay, thanks for tuning in, and move your ass. We're burning daylight.
Working 9 to 5, baby.
You rise up in the morning beneath the stars so bright. Pull your hat down, make sure your cinch is tight. Horses kinda snuffy, cold chill up your spine. You'll get your ass moving, son, we're burning daylight. Burning daylight. Burning daylight. In the saddle till the job's done right. Is just a gather, and you won't catch 'em all. But when you ride through the gate, make sure you sit up tall. I can see the horizon, it's looking pretty bright. Well, get your ass moving, son, we're burning daylight. Burning daylight. Burning daylight. In the saddle till the job's done right.